Yo, what's the deal? Like, subscribe, hit the notifications bell so you'll be notified every time I upload. Let me fix my mic real fast. 15 games today, man. A bunch of leans and a bunch of you know what's, all right? Um, so first things first, like I said, like, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell so you'll be notified every time I upload. Fix my camera here. You guys see the plugs up there. Prize picks over here. Prize picks up top. They'll match your deposit up to $100 using my promo code DENS059. And then down here in the bottom corner, you see Propstar Cash, where you can get 25% off your first month's purchase, along with YouTube Music over here. And you can find me on that platform as well as YouTube regular and YouTube Music. All right, so let's just do a brief walkthrough here. First things first, weather. You want to be looking at weather. You need a meteorologist for MLB. So you can look at somebody like Kevin Rothy, somebody who I've been, following for forever. And he'll tweet out a link, and you could just click on the link here, and then you can get some weather news here. Okay. So let me close out a couple of these real fast. So what do we have here? This is not his premium, but this is his little brief little rundown. You got the green to yellow, Seattle to Detroit. Some light rain in the area. Excuse me. I just suspect they play through some showers there. Then you got New York Mets at Washington. Low chance of some late rain. Um, Los Angeles Angels at Cleveland. Green, yellow, which means similar to Detroit. I expect they just play through some off and on light showers. Houston at Chicago White Sox, yellow to green. A late start isn't out of the question here, but the game should play fine regardless. Chicago Cubs at Minnesota, maybe a sprinkle, but nothing stops the play. Winds blowing in from center at 10 to 15 miles an hour, so winds going in. And then Philadelphia at Colorado. This is an important game because it's Coors Field. Coors Field produces runs. It produces runs. All right. So temperature in the 50s, winds blowing in from center at 15 miles an hour. It would be the worst hitting weather on the slate, except that's Coors. So it'll probably be the best hitting weather on the slate. Elevation matters in parentheses. All right. So Coors just really, you know, with that elevation and yada yada yada, all that, it really plays a big part in the ball traveling. All right, so first game on the docket here, Cincinnati Reds and Miami Marlins here. They got Perez coming up. He came up, so here's a highly touted prospect here. Um, Miami Marlins, one of they top guy. I jumped on this strikeouts last night at plus money. I think it was plus 105 or something like that. I got a 4.5. It wasn't an official play. I just want to, I've heard the rumblings. I read about them, and I just want to be a part of this. So the number, I mean, this Cincinnati team, you get them outside of uh, America Ballpark, then it looks pretty good, So I couldn't talk you off of that. Graham Ashcraft on the other side. I like his outs. All right, I like his outs. His outs. You're gonna get his outs at a. So right now on PropStar Cash, you're going. They have him projected, or maybe on another book somewhere. They have his outs set at 16 and a half. Okay, I filtered it down to no, yeah, yeah, 16 and a half. He's really been really good to this number. Okay, so right here on the books here, 16 and a half and minus 140. I got it at minus 130. So I took the over 6.5 for Graham at 16 and a half outs for Graham Ashcraft. Okay. So that's one thing there. Moving along. The strikeout prop for Ashcraft, I'm gonna just stay away from it. I think he can get there, but I'm gonna just stay away from it. It's only 3.5. If you want to, jump out there, be my guest. This Miami team, they just don't hit lefties as well as they hit. They don't hit righties as well as they hit lefties, and you can probably look at the under here. Maybe alter it up or something like that. If you're, if you're, looking for a bankroll builder or something like that, be my guest. I don't have anything written down for this one here. Some bats here for the Seattle Mariners and Detroit Tigers here. Um, you can look at the right hand batters versus both of these pitchers here. I was looking at Baez on one side, and I was looking at Teoscar Hernandez on the other side. That's a bat each. I like these guys from a hit all the way up to a home run. New York Mets at Washington Nationals here. Here's a game that I'm really really undecided in. Uh, but I'm looking at McGill. I'm looking at Gore. I want to back one of these guys in certain in some shape, form, or fashion. You want to target lefties versus Gore. Nemo is probably right now he's playing probably one of hitting the best over there for Miami, the Mets. So I couldn't talk you off of his hit for him. So I like Nemo. And Gore, I got a strong lean. Okay, I got a strong lean towards his outs. His strikeout prop is sitting at 5.5. But I got a strong lean towards uh, Mackenzie Gore's outs, sitting at 17.5. He's 4-7 to this number. As anemic as New York Mets bats have been, if I bet this 17.5, watch they come out here like the best bats ever. But I'm probably going to sprinkle something on it. Not an official play, but I'm probably going to sprinkle something on the 17.5 outs for Mackenzie Gore on New York on price on the books on what the hell? Excuse me, guys. On DraftKings, you can get that 17.5 at plus 100. Okay, as you can see there. All right, Nemo, I like his bat. Tyler McGill, man. I can see instances where it can get to that 15.5 outs. So I could not talk you off of that if you wanted to. His strikeout line is sitting at 3.5. I probably won't go there, but he's 4-7 to this number. It's really, really low. You know, this Washington team can be pesky and they don't drop strike out like that. All right. Pittsburgh Pirates at Baltimore Orioles. We got over under 9 in the spot. Not a fan of neither one of these pitchers here. Just looking at Bradish and looking at Oviedo. Let's start with the earned runs. Um, Kyle Bradish. I got a lean here. It's a parlay piece at minus 175. So if you want to get there, be my guest. 1.5 earned runs. I mean, he's hit this number in 3 games. I mean, 2 earned runs versus Pittsburgh. I mean, it can happen. It's a parlay piece. Nothing too, shabby. Nothing you want to, stand out there about. The hits for him has been there. His line's in at 4.5. He's given this up in 4 straight games. The walks, probably wouldn't go there for his walks at 2.5. I don't really go to 2.5 outs walks. So the outs, I don't know what his outs is set at. I probably won't even give him an outline right now. Maybe if they don't, maybe they might not. But on DraftKings, but that's what I'm looking at right there. And then on the flip side, Oviedo, he's been getting to his outs. He's been getting to his outs. I just don't know if I want to get there. His earned runs. Now I can see you taking the 2.5 of his earned runs for the simple fact that this Baltimore team, they gonna try to outscore you because their pitching staff is not good. Okay, so I can see instances where he gives up 2.5 runs. I mean, it just and then he's giving that up 3 games straight. Am I betting it? Probably not. The hits, he's 5-7 to this number on the season. The walks, 1.5. I would probably consider this walk prop at 173 and minus 173. I could consider that. So it's a parlay piece, but I can consider that, man. I mean, he's walked 2 batters in 4 straight games. The outs, I just don't know. I just don't know about the outs. And then the K's. Favorite bat here, I don't want nothing to do with his K's. Favorite bat here is going to be Sawinski. I like him for a hit all the way up to a home run. Couldn't talk you off Reynolds either. All right. Tampa Bay Rays at New York Yankees. Here we got an over under 8.5 in this spot. I'm looking at the Yankees here in this spot, but I don't know if I'm gonna go there. They minus 180 favorites. Pitching lean goes to the Yankees. Tampa Bay Rays. It's a bullpen game for these guys. I was looking at Gary Cole K's, and if my camera don't stay sturdy, man, I was looking at Gary Cole K's here, and last 2 weeks, I want to say these guys have been top 10. Let's see, versus right hand pitching. Let's go last 14 days. Strikeouts. Yeah, they've been top 10. They've been 10 on the head, 22.6 strikeout rate, Tampa Bay Rays versus right hand pitching. But they still out there hitting them though. Don't get it twisted. They're still hitting right handers, you know what I'm saying? But on the season, they 23 they 23 strikeout striking out 23rd most on the season at 21.9%. And then last 14 days, they have been striking out. Last 14 days, they've been striking out at the 10th most. Uh, his last start, Cole's last start was versus them. He had 6 Ks. So if you want to alter it down to something like that, be my guest. All right. I couldn't talk you off of it. I'm not scared to go to the 6.5 strikeouts. It's going up. Cole is at home. That's probably one of the reasons. We'll see. Atlanta Braves at Toronto Blue Jays. We got an over under 8.5 in this spot. Strider here. We got Strider on the mound, and I don't really like to target batters or nothing like that versus Strider. Strider is a monster. Okay, you can see what he's been doing. I couldn't talk you off his strikeout proper and anything of that nature. Okay, he's just been mowing him on down. He had 9 strikeouts or better in every game except for one. The boy is killing it. He's a monster. I give it to him. Probably the best pitcher in the league right now. All right, so his strikeouts are in play for the strength of who he is. Okay, if you want to get there, be my guest. You want to alter it down or something like that because it's gonna be Atlanta. It's gonna be Atlanta Braves or nothing for me in this spot. I'll probably take them on the money line. Maybe I'll go for a player performance double. So I'm gonna have to get some of that juice down. But yeah, probably a player performance double. I seen the 7 Ks in the win was probably the juiced up at a minus 150 probably. Minus 145 or something like that. So that's still high. 6 strikeouts in the win for Strider. Yeah, sign me up for that. I'll take that. 7 strikeouts in the win plus 100, man. 8 strikeouts in the win plus 145. His proper sitting at 8.5. I couldn't talk you off for none of that. And you're gonna get that plus money. This Blue Jays team, it is a tough Blue Jays team though. You know what I'm saying? If they can work this count, which I've seen the count get worked for him, they can minimize his strikeouts, but you can tease it down with the win because I do like them to win this game. Um, they are on the road though, but they Atlanta Braves have been busting butt on the road, so 6 strikeouts in the win, it's not out of the realm of possibilities. If you want to take the win away and just alter some of his strikeouts down in the bankroll builder, something like that, 7 or 8 is not out of the realm of possibilities. Favorite bat here is gonna be Olsen. All right, I like Olsen. I was gonna give you guys Acuna, which he's in play too, but Olsen, I like Olsen. All right, from a hit all the way up to a home run. Don't forget your runs, hits, and RBI. That prop there on DraftKings, and you can get it on PrizePicks too. Woo. All right. Look, St. Louis Cardinals at Boston Red Sox here. We like lefties against both. We like lefties against Rainwright, and look, I like all of them, man. Verdugo, and probably what's my guy's name? They probably tied for the for my favorite bats here. Don't be surprised if one, if not both of these guys go yard here. So, let me see. And then these are projected lineups. These are not the lineups. So make sure you're looking out for the lineups. Okay, so Verdugo, Yoshida, Devers. Ooh, ooh. They run. Look at all those lefties. Man, they might come. They coming out to kill. Paul Goldsmith, love him versus lefties. Wilson Contreras, like him versus lefty, as well as Lonan Arenado. The St. Louis is a team that's supposed to hit lefties well. Okay, so you can see the total in this one. It's sitting at 11 right now. So you know what it is. All right, bats galore. I like the bats. I like the bats here, man. So you can get you a hit parlay in this game alone. Don't forget your runs, your RBIs. Don't forget all that. Okay. I'm not messing with the total. I'm probably not messing with the side. I want to lean towards Boston, but I'm not messing with the side. I'm gonna give me some hits out of here and get up out of here. All right. Los Angeles Angels at Cleveland Guardians here. We got an over under 8.5 in the spot. Allen, he's been okay. Anderson, this is another team. The Angels are supposed to hit the lefties well here. Guardians have not been good versus lefties lately, so it ain't. I don't know. I haven't taken a side in this one here. I tell you this. I had a couple bets that I've liked. Um, Josh Bell was one of the best that's up there that graded out really really well for me. And Anthony Rendon, no, Hunter Renfro, Hunter Renfro and Josh Bell are two best that are graded out well for me in this game. Okay, I'm gonna leave you guys with that. All right, Houston Astros at Chicago White Sox, over under 9 in the spot. Houston Astros -148 favorites here. I like the Houston. I like Houston in this game on the money line. Might find a way to knock some of that juice off in the same game parlay, but I like them on the money line. I'm undecided on the run line right now. I like these lefties versus Kopech. I like Alvarez probably number one, Tucker probably number two, and then Bregman he hits righties okay, and then you know damn, what's the boy name from Chicago? He's grading out well for me as well. All right, so I get a lean towards the bats for Houston here, and I just couldn't talk you off of Houston. I couldn't talk you off of Houston, man. The Chicago White Sox. I'm gonna sprinkle something on it, but on the Houston, but I'm just fading these guys here. All right, Kopech. I don't want nothing to do with them. Chicago Cubs at Minnesota Twins. We got an over under 7.5 in this spot. Um, Smiley been pitching good for the Cubs. Gray he's been pitching good. Damn, did I write anything down for this? Because I had some interest. The outs for these guys was not out all morning, but they just came out. 15 and a half outs for 15 and a half outs for Drew Smiley is doable. You know what I'm saying? This offense for Minnesota can get anemic. So I like it. I like the 15 and a half outs. This Minnesota team will strike out versus left-hand pitching. Smiley is not the guy that I really target for strikeouts. Excuse me, but they striking out the second most right here versus left-hand pitching. Last 14 days, they probably striking out the most. So I checked it and versus lefties. And I checked it, and it is what it is. If I think he could get the strikeouts, and I think I might as well lean towards the outs, 15 and a half. So right now we got some conflicting numbers. We got 15 and a half on DraftKings, and then Props.Cash has 16 and a half. What I would do was filter this down to 15 and a half. Doesn't change much, but he's still 3 of 7 to this number, but the numbers stack up for him. To get there, I'm gonna sprinkle something on it. Not an official play. It just lines up. All right, it lines up. And then on the flip side, Sonny Gray has been pretty good. He's 3 of 7 to this number too. Okay, so I mean the K's for Sonny Gray, he's been phenomenal in that area. His K prop is sitting at 7.5. I mean 6.5. I don't know if I want to get there. Any other team, I would probably get there. You know what I'm saying? Gray is one of my guys, but I'm probably just gonna lean back. Okay, I'm probably gonna lean back. I did like Happen this one. Happen's a bat that graded out well for me, so he's somebody you can look at there, and just I'm probably gonna end up sprinkling some on the Smiley. Not an official play, just leans there. Both of them, I wouldn't be surprised if both of them pitchers hit their outs here. Kansas City Royals at Milwaukee Brewers here. Over under 8.5 in this spot. We got a bullpen game for Kansas City Royals, and Kansas City Royals they have the fourth worst bullpen in the league. That's one thing right there. All right, now I get the pitching lean towards Milwaukee. Of course, you got Burns on the mound, but I don't know how I want to attack it. I don't know if I want to go to the strikeouts. Kansas City Royals have been hitting better as of late. Told you guys that yesterday. Um, I don't know. I don't know. The 6.5 strikeouts. I don't know. He's supposed to get there. All right. So I tell you, I wouldn't take the under. I wouldn't take the under for Burns strikeouts. I would not take the under. And his out sitting at 18.5. If it was, I can see instances where he can get there, but if it was sitting at 17.5, I probably would be playing it. Okay. I'll just tell you that. Okay. So let's see. Corbin Burns outs. He's went over this number once. Okay, so but if it was a 17 and a half, I would get there. I would get there. But on DraftKings, it's at 18 and a half, and I don't like to go that way route. Philadelphia Phillies, Colorado Rockies. Gomber gives it up to everybody. Rockies at home. Home run city, man. Over under 11 in this spot. Walker to Walker on the other side. Yeah, I expect runs to be put up in this one here. Um, Bats, man, just bats. It's just bats for me. Texas Rangers at Oakland Athletics here, over under 8.5 in this spot. Martin Perez on the mound here. Give me his outs, okay? Uh, Money line parlays, run line straights. This is probably a Caesar special here for me. Looking at they same game parlays is this is a place where you can add outs. Okay, so I'm gonna end up taking his outs. His outs sitting at a hefty parlay piece at a minus 218. So there you have that, and then I can get to his. I don't want to get to his picks and strikeouts, but I couldn't talk you off of it. But I'm not going there. I could take his outs. I could take the money line at minus once at a plus 120, or I could take the run line. I could take the run line and his outs and get to a plus 163, or I could just take the run line by itself. I like it money line parlays, run line straights. I don't want to do too much talking about that one now. I've already sprinkled on it. San Francisco Giants at Arizona Diamondbacks. Look, this is it. This game here got an overfield to it. Nelson, we got Nelson on the mound. He's been giving it up. Let me see. Either way it go, he's been getting lit up. So we don't even have him on uh, out here on props.cash right now. So, like I said, he's been getting lit up. And then this is a bullpen game for San Francisco Giants. With San Francisco Giants bullpen, they like the third worst bullpen in the league right now. They've probably been improving. I don't know, but as of right now, they're the third worst bullpen. And yeah, you know what I'm saying. So Nelson, you can look at these lefties for Nelson. So some whatever this lineup comes out, these lefties, they hit Nelson really really well. Okay. Look, Wade, Peterson, Davis, J.D. Davis, he hits righties. I mean, Confronto. So yeah, Jock Peterson, like yeah, I'm gonna like some of these bats here. I'll be looking at these guys for hits and shit like that. All right, so this game should have a decent amount of hits in it. All right, see if they're gonna do with that roof. They might open it up at 88 degrees. That's really will help out. That really will help out with some hits and home runs and stuff like that. San Diego Padres at Los Angeles Dodgers, over under 9 in the spot. Snell on the mound, May on the mound. I'm undecided on how I want to, attack this game. I'll tell you one thing: some of these righties they projected out really, really well for me on the Dodgers side. So let's look. Mookie Betts, Chris Taylor, Will Smith. If these guys are in the lineup, those righties, I'm gonna really, really like them. Okay. Snell, this Dodgers team, they have been not that good versus left hand pitching, on the season. But last 14 days they coming around, and they looking a little better. Strikeout. They will strike out versus lefties. They strikeouts. Percentage is coming up. Is going up. So. It's coming down actually, so they still hitting righties, lefties for power and stuff like that. So, there you have that. On the other side, San Diego, I don't know, man. I was looking hard at Juan Soto. His numbers were grading out okay for me, but I need a little bit more time to look at these guys and run a check on Dustin May. Dustin May, I wanted to find a way to pull a trigger on his outs. His outs sitting at 16 and a half. I might pull the trigger on his outs. I might pull the trigger on his outs. San Diego has shown the ability to strike out versus right hand pitching. So if you think, I'm on the fence with the strikeouts, I think he can do good. I might take the outs there. It's nothing but a lean to me. 16 and a half outs. He doesn't have to go, he doesn't have to go, he doesn't have to go, um, 6 innings. All right. So with that being said, guys, peace out. All right. Peace out.